Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to Fowl Territory number 230. It is Friday, August the 25th, and welcome one and all to the show. We are back after yo. I heard a yo in the background. That must mean there's at least a semblance of a panel behind me that you can't see yet. But yeah, we had a week off last week. First off, let's say hi to everybody that's out there before we get going too far here. So I see Jacob S. in the audience, 223.
You sure you can see him?
I can see them. I can see their logo, their icon, avatar, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but you can't see Jacob S.
I cannot. I've never actually seen him.
So you're lying. So you started off the show by lying to your audience. Good job.
This is all a facade. None of us are really here. Come on, man.
Anyway, this is the best AI I could come up with.
Yeah. It's not real advanced.
I guess we're safe from the robot apocalypse for a little while yet.
Yeah, I think so. Artak and Daughters is out there. Well, what the hell? You guys already know that Obnoxious One's here, so might as well see him too.
Or am I? Is this AI?
Oh, well. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Is it live? Is it real? Check it out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mike White, 2A Advocacy is with us.
No sleep till Brooklyn, baby.
Blitz is out there. Weston Probst, at least some of Oklahoma's watching anyway. Let's see. Reloading from the hot pot stopped by. He said he couldn't stay. So if you're listening, thanks for jumping in. If you're not, then well, still thanks for jumping in. Dale Pogue is out there. And Ozzy Orsborn is out there. Another panelist is joining us. Guns and Barbecue is here.
That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm sure it'll still be a good show.
I wouldn't count on that.
We're just doing intros right now.
This AI is really crap.
I know.
Yep.
Wait till it conjures up a Rich White or something like that. Travis T is out there.
Where's my little Mark safe from Skynet?
Woods is in the audience. There's a second Travis T who I can't reveal because he's on another platform. Well, I guess I can because it's not his name. Travis T321 up there on Twitch.
Yeah,
so for you people out on Twitch, he's probably the only one on Twitch. So I also want to acknowledge we have a new channel member from a couple weeks back, actually, Jason Stewart.
And you're just now getting around to it? Jesus.
That's for sure. I've had since he joined. And Clovertech is out there in the audience. Well, he says he's not here, but the channel
I've met
anniversary.
Him. That is an accurate assessment.
So is he AI also? Because
no, he's just short, so he's never really any place.
Okay. All right.
You kidding? AI couldn't come up with that.
Sometimes they have sprites, you know.
More like a bug.
Little miniature parts of code. Anyway, let me formally say hello to my panelist, my co-host from the state of North Carolina. He's not only my friend, but he is the sunshine that brightens our day. He is the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, and he is Obnoxious One.
Mm-hmm. Screw leaving the house. That's all I'm going to say. Should have stayed home.
Yeah, that can be a problem. You got to watch in front of you, and you have to watch in back of you, I hear.
I was too focused on the little old lady who's just frozen in the exit to the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Want to say hello to another friend of mine from the Keystone State. He shoots and then he cooks what he shoots also. Plus he cooks stuff he buys at the store. And he has his own show called Enfi, the almost nightly or almost weekly Firearms Expo. Let's welcome Guns and Barbecue.
Yo.
Yo.
And that's a copyright strike.
Clover says, AI, what does actually improved have to do with anything? Wow. Garage Guy 879 is out there. Rick Harris, a name, don't know that I've ever seen Rick Harris, but he is certainly welcome. Welcome, even if I do know you. Ron 2A Matters is out there, as is Vanessa Kitty and Chad Kelly.
The Chad Kelly?
The Chad Kelly. Travis T wants to know, but does he shoot and cook what he buys at the store? Well, hopefully it's all ready to cook.
Yeah, I don't
Depends
know
on how angry I am at it.
I don't
Guess
know
if
why
it needs
people have to go out and
tenderized.
hunt. They've got stores are all stacked with food with meat that you don't have to kill.
Depends on how organic it is.
That's true. No animals were harmed to produce this
Mhm.
meat either. It just magically arrived at the store, so it's safe to eat.
Yeah.
And as we all know, that's really all we need to consume in our diets is meat. At least I heard that this last week. If you just eat meat and eggs and cheese and stuff, you don't intake anything else. It's a pretty much magic cure for everything. That's for a certain couple of people who probably aren't in the audience anyway, but hey, right back at you from Gizzard. Anyway, all the way to Branson, Missouri. Anyway, Rick Harris says he loves guns and barbecue. Hey, you got a fan.
Well, I kind
Chad,
of like him too.
there you go. Chad is in for a few, getting ready for dinner, then got to bounce to get some rest for work again tomorrow. Defense Dad is out there seeing gun people. Clover says, hard to beat wild pig sausage with the stuff from the store. Just saying. Fair enough.
Snob won't eat his wild pigs that he goes out and shoots.
I know. He just leaves them there. That seems wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the coyotes eat them.
I'd
And then
be
he
all
wonders
up in
why he
that.
has coyotes. In case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, football season has started, so we may not see a whole lot of the gun snob because he
Don't threaten
attends
me
the
with a good time.
He attends the high school football games because his daughter is a cheerleader. So
That's not why he's just thinking back to those glory days.
maybe he still has 1 year of eligibility left. He's like, put me in, coach. Come on.
I would pay good money to see that.
Oh, I would drive down there for sure.
I'd drive out there to see that.
They should have an alumni game or something like that and get Snob out there. That'd be fun. Weston says last year's excuse was his son was playing football.
Mm-hmm. And now his daughter's a cheerleader.
Clover says, well, to be fair, Snob is from Oklahoma, so that is one. Two is anything over about 150 pounds to me anyway ain't worth the hassle. I like the ones more around 100 or so. I guess we're talking about hogs here and not cheerleaders. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Hopefully.
it all still fits in. So, I mean, anything over 150 is pretty much a hassle.
Travis T wants to know, did he score 4 touchdowns in one game too? He might have scored 4 times in high school. I don't know if it was on the field or not. Defense Dad says, personally, I prefer gun and Mexican food. Clover says, oh, and you do not want to eat wild pig meat killed when it is freaking 110 degrees outside. Need to be a cooler time to kill.
Well, yeah, because that stuff goes bad before it even hits the ground.
Yeah, I know. Fence Dad just pulled into the garage. Worked late tonight. I remember work.
I don't.
I don't miss it. Really don't.
When was the last
So,
time that you worked, Gizzard? Were you shouting the red coats are coming? The red coats are coming?
it's December the 15th, 2022.
Kidding, he couldn't have kept his ass up on a horse. Couldn't have got his ass up on the horse with those little tiny legs.
That's what they got step stools for, guys. Come on, man. Travis T said, nobody got the Married with Children Al Bundy reference. Of course I did.
Nope.
One of my favorite shows.
Married with who?
Married with Youngins. Gun Websites is out there. 19th thumb up. Good evening, Gizzard Gary. Thank you for hosting each week. Thank you. Clover says, for what it's worth, all you guys should be very appreciative of Gizzard. He should be doing other things right now. If you know, you know. Probably. But, you know, as I say, the show must go on. And that being said, I want to let everybody know that last week we did not have a show because earlier in the week I was informed that a member of my family, one of my nephews in San Antonio, had passed away. So we had some family business going on, and obviously there was a lot of family getting together and trying to console each other and stuff. So I apologize for not having a show last week. There's nothing wrong with me. And we're back.
I think you're being a little premature on that.
Nothing seriously wrong with me.
Again, I think you're understating the issues.
Nothing that hasn't been wrong for some time.
Okay, there we go.
Fair enough. All right. R4 Mississippi Thunder says, well, just got done getting a rabbit registered for fridge camp.
I don't even know what that means.
G-Web says, question, what happened to your white t-shirt? What white t-shirt?
Got wet.
And I hardly ever wear a white t-shirt. Usually it's gray. I donated blood today, thus the American Red Cross Trauma Team blood donor. There's a bruises to prove it. So, yes, I am now officially a gallon donor at the local blood drive. So,
Why was it so traumatic?
That seems excessive.
not all at one time, though.
Oh, okay.
They only allow me to give a pint at a time. He says, looks like it got blood all over it. Yeah, that's right. It was white when I first left the house, but it wasn't that way when I came in.
I feel like if you're going to do anything in life, you should do all or nothing.
Should.
Yeah, I go down to give blood. I just said take it all. Not using it.
I told them they could take as much as they wanted to. They said, well, we're only allowed to take a pint at a time. It's like, oh, come on. Bend the rules. What? Oh. Ozzy says, I had temperature-induced anal glaucoma today. So hot I couldn't see my ass go in. I like it. Rick Harris says, I have a Savage Axis 7mm 08 just for them wild hogs here in, I presume that's South Carolina. Chad Kelly says, so I built my range right next to a creek that used to always have pigs around it. Not seen one in 2 years now. Lots of deer, rabbit, possum, raccoons, etc. No pigs equals no moving target practice. Clover says, just drop by the Jiffy Lube. They could replace it all for $39.99 plus tax and tip.
No, you got to get not if you're getting the synthetic. That runs a little more.
That's true. Although this is kind of a vintage model, I don't think it'd work with synthetic.
Yeah, you probably got to have that thick stuff going in, like straight 30 weight.
Okay, panelist number 4 is now with us. Let's
Oh,
welcome my neighbor from the Show Me State and the host of Guns, Beer, and Therapy Saturday Night Podcast. Let's welcome Hillbilly Up.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing
Man.
all right. How are you? Did you get the animals fed?
Yeah, sorry about that. Running late, doggone it. And for
You
some
slop
reason,
the
they want to
hogs
eat.
and
Yeah. Got it all taken care of.
sweet. Well, we're glad to have you.
Glad to be here, buddy. Thank you.
Defense Dad said, I started training my new employee today. Only took 3 damn months to find someone actually willing to work. Crazy what people's work ethics are these days. It's been that way for a while. Nobody wants to work. I don't want to work. You want to work Guns and Barbecue?
I wouldn't mind it.
Oh, speaking of not working, let's welcome my cat and channel partner, George Grayson Cat, has joined us. Ouch. And I'd really rather not have the claws in my shirt, but thank you.
Well, he wants some blood too.
Oh, he'll get it. He doesn't have to make me wait 8 weeks in between tries either. So, let's see what's going on. I got a couple stories that Obi shot me a couple weeks ago. They may not be real timely anymore, but I'm not real timely anymore either, so that's okay. Oh, guess I better start the giveaway tool before people start throwing links out there.
I think somebody's already been throwing links out there.
Hashtags. Well, help if I hit the right button. Where's my link to the giveaway tool? It's gone.
If you had a MacBook Pro, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it would automatically come up. Will you sit still or I'm going to end you? Seriously. Get your claws out of my shirt or I'm going to pull them out. Now, Abby Finnegan's out there, anniversary member for 12 months. Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah, come on. George is just saying, Dad, that's a trauma shirt. I'm just trying to cause more trauma.
Yeah, I'm going to make him think trauma here in a minute. Ah, there it is. Giveaway tool. I found it. It was hiding the entire time. Okay. Yes, this is my first time doing this show.
Okay.
Episode 230. It's my first time. So, all right. Well, it must have been picking up entries because it already has 3. That's pretty good. Anyway, let me try to open one of these links here. This first one here. This is from August 14th. Have we done this one?
I don't know.
Upcoming Supreme Court case not about domestic abusers. I don't think we have we?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, let's share it and see what happens. I mean,
All right.
the audience will pretty much watch whatever I put on the screen. They may not stay. They may not stay, but let's take a look at this real quick here. Once again, the upcoming Supreme Court case not about domestic abusers. This from Tom Knighton at Bearing Arms. The Supreme Court is set to hear another Second Amendment case, and the usual suspects are already trying to frame this in a way to make people outraged if the current law isn't upheld. It's all about presentation. In this case, they're pretending it's about domestic abuse. Few people are comfortable advocating for perpetrators of domestic abuse to have guns. So with the upcoming case, it's being presented as being about such people. Take this example. Should individuals subject to domestic abuse restraining orders be allowed to own guns? If you think the answer is a screaming obvious no, you haven't been paying much attention to the Supreme Court's radical reinterpretations of the Second Amendment over the past 15 years. The court will be asked to decide the issue in United States versus Rahimi when it reconvenes in October. At the center of the case is Zaki Rahimi, a 23-year-old with a history of violence and drug dealing. In December 2019, Rahimi beat up his girlfriend in a parking lot in Arlington, Texas, and tried to shoot a bystander who had witnessed the attack. 2 months later, his girlfriend obtained a restraining order from a state court judge that prohibited him from harassing her and barred him from possessing a firearm. It didn't take Rahimi long to resume his menacing ways. In August 2020, he was arrested for stalking his ex. In November, he threatened another woman with a gun. In December 2020 and in January 2021, he participated in a series of 5 shootings in the Arlington area. Police in Arlington identified him as a suspect in the shootings and obtained a warrant to search his home, where they uncovered a .45 caliber pistol, a .308 caliber rifle, pistol and rifle magazines, additional rounds of ammunition, approximately $20,000 in cash, and a copy of the restraining order Rahimi had flagrantly violated. All right. First, let's understand that there is no defense of Rahimi. By most accounts, he's not a good person. However, this case isn't really about Rahimi. It's about the law itself, and in that, Rahimi is simply the test case, not an example of all people who fall under domestic violence restraining orders. See, the writer assumes here that Rahimi is, in fact, guilty of domestic abuse and presents this as an established fact. Problem is, Rahimi was never convicted in a court of law for any such crime. Now, is it likely he committed the abuse, considering his criminal history? Most likely. Yet, issuing a restraining order isn't the same as a criminal conviction, and that's the heart of this particular issue. Restraining orders are issued all the time, often on some fairly shaky evidence or even none at all beyond the claims themselves. Even then, sometimes they're issued out of concern versus any actual threat. It's so common that many divorces where no domestic abuse is alleged still see both parties hit with restraining orders. Despite this, those same restraining orders strip people of their right to keep and bear arms. While it's entirely likely that Rahimi is the monster he was portrayed as, there are thousands of other people who have had such orders issued against them that aren't, yet they're also prohibited from owning a gun. For anti-gun folks, though, none of these people matter. What matters is that they need people to see Rahimi as a textbook example of everyone who gets a restraining order against them. He's not. All right. So thoughts on that?
No, we've all heard about people going through divorces and getting a restraining order slapped on them.
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time.
I could literally file the restraining order against Obi right now.
You son of a bitch. You do that. You do that, and I will beat you.
That
so
statement from Obi right there would be enough for the judge to be willing to grant it too.
Probable cause. Cool.
But you know what I mean? It's like so easy to file one against somebody. Why? I mean, I don't think that should, be an issue for not being able to own firearms. So
the problem here, first off, going back to what Obi said, we all know somebody that has gone through a divorce or something and had some sort of restraining order filed on them. Look no further than the Fourth Circuit. There is a case in the Fourth Circuit about this very matter. And the Fourth Circuit said, no, this is unconstitutional. You can't take somebody's firearms rights over a civil matter like this. Because, and they, in the Fourth Circuit, they specifically pointed out that these restraining orders are often abused in situations such as divorce in order for one party to get a leg up in the divorce proceedings over the other.
Hell, we've
That's
heard
great.
about cops who've been going through a divorce, and their soon-to-be ex-wife has filed a restraining order against them, trying to get all their guns taken away, and for them to lose their job because they can't have a gun.
And
Restraining orders are, I mean, yeah, there's some, but these go to the basic tenets of why red flag laws are bad, because they can file a restraining order and there's no repercussions for filing a false one.
correct.
Here's a good comment right here from gun websites. Taking away the gun only is a distraction. It does not make the person harmless or less angry. The red flag law is a last grasp tactic to associate guns with negative situations. Exactly.
So
If you take Obi's guns away, for example, he's still got a Brooklyn Crusher probably behind the seat. So
the problem here
I finally
is
sold enough of those to pay for that skull that I broke with it. So totally didn't intend to break.
the problem with restraining orders is they're a civil matter. They're not legal. Unless you were to violate it or something, then it becomes a legal matter. But until you violate it, it's just civil. And with that, they're still taking away constitutional rights. Now, with civil matters, it's just a preponderance of the evidence. So you go in, a judge hears one party, the judge listens to the other party. You guys might have a little bit of back and forth in front of the judge. And then the judge goes, you know what, I believe this party a little bit more. And it could literally be 50.0001%. But as long as that judge believes them just to, that much more, then you lose. So with that, when it comes to a legal matter, it's supposed to be the evidentiary standard is supposed to be beyond a reasonable doubt.
right.
That's not the case with a civil matter.
No.
The evidentiary standard isn't beyond a reasonable doubt. It's just a preponderance of the evidence. And that's a huge problem when you're talking about taking somebody's rights. If you were to go and sue somebody, that's another civil litigation matter. If you were to go to sue somebody, and let's say I'm suing Obi. Obi, you owe me $10,000 because I say so. And we go in front of the judge, and the judge is like, "Hey, Obi, you do owe Guns and Barbecue $10,000." Are they going to say you can't have any guns until you give Guns and Barbecue that $10,000? No. Are they going to say you lose your freedom of speech until you give Guns and Barbecue that $10,000? No. Do you lose any other constitutional rights until you pay that $10,000? No. So why is it with this one civil matter you're able to lose constitutional rights?
Because guns are bad, okay?
And if you take the guns away from somebody, presumably, it's kind of like G-Webs. It doesn't render, it's like that'll eliminate any possibility of them doing anything harmful if you take their guns away. I beg to differ.
They're just going to go out and get another one somewhere, a stolen one or something. But that story,
when more people are killed with hands, feet, and fists,
blunt objects.
No, more people
baseball
are killed
bats, and
more people are killed with just hands and feet than all rifle deaths.
Yeah,
just hands and feet, not even blunt objects, not.
I'm just saying, like there's all kinds of other things that can be used.
Yeah, and it sounds like that case that you just read, what they were talking about, like that guy. I like to hear more of a story on him, because if I was to guess, he's probably had prior problems.
Oh, he's definitely had prior problems.
So it's probably the prosecution did not do their job, and
doesn't matter anything about his priors or anything else.
He was probably a prohibited person to begin with.
Yeah, he says, wait,
because if you bring in his priors to the Supreme Court, all that would try and do is try and sway the Supreme Court to be like, oh yeah, this is a bad person, and this is clearly why, we should keep these out of the hands of people. That would be a terrible way to go about that.
No, what I'm talking about is, if I don't know, but there's possibly he could have had a reason. Like, if he's acting the way he's acting, then he probably should have been in trouble before or in jail. As a possibility is what I'm saying. So if that would be the case, this would have been kind of put to a stop before it ever got started, because it said he did it not only once but twice, I believe is what you said.
I believe it's true.
Yeah. So, like, he's got caught twice. How many times has he done this before to somebody? I mean, maybe not with a firearm, but I'm just talking about being, violent or something like that. So, it's hard.
Well, I said he was involved in like 5 separate shootings. If you're talking about anything revolving around domestic violence or anything, that involves the abusee reporting in the first place, which, that's a crapshoot. You're talking about people who are in a relationship a lot of times. They don't want to, in their eyes, make things worse. They're afraid if they call in and, report it to the police or something. One, because often you're living together, so where are they going to go? If they're getting beat by that person, they may not have grown up in the best of households in the first place, so they may not have a strong family to back them. Now, that's not always the case, obviously. Some people have a very strong family to back them, and they just hide it. But in a lot of cases also, they may not have a strong family to back them, so they feel trapped. They don't know how to escape because they just don't have anywhere to turn. So then they're like, oh, if I report it to the police, where do I go? I'm going to be homeless, things like that. So then they just put up with being beat. So to just assume that, there could be this paper trail and the system was just letting them escape through isn't necessarily the case. It just could be the case of his abusees never reported it.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you on that. It's just, how many times do we hear on the news that, finally they prosecute this person and come to find out, he's been arrested like 25 times before that, but just let walk. That was what kind of I was going about, we don't really know.
So G-Web says, in my opinion, a way to make lemonade here is to focus on their single political agenda and their lack of awareness of the whole issue, and appeal to the people the other side is trying to reach here.
Yeah.
Now, Travis T says, wait, laws prevent crime? Travis T says, put a gun-free zone sign on his porch. Problem solved. Rick Harris says, only trying to take the law-abiding citizens' gun rights away.
At this point, my big worry is Amy Coney Barrett. She has not been voting the best as far as a lot of things have gone in the Supreme Court recently. So, at best, I could see a 5-4 decision, maybe.
On what? You've kind of lost me here.
The Rahimi case, when this.
Oh. Okay.
But then, what's his face? That is flippy floppy whenever he feels like it. That would always try and stick it to Trump. That is eluding me right now.
Not Kennedy.
Was it Kennedy?
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking that's who it was, but I couldn't remember. But if he just decided to go towards the Democrat side on this one, we we could very well lose this one. Because, like I said, I'm not really sure I could trust Amy Cooney on this one at this point. She
anymore, I'm not sure either.
I have not been impressed with her since she's gotten appointed. Been very disappointed. So,
yeah, I wouldn't assume we got anything to bag at this point, seeing what I've seen so far.
yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's really plain and simple with this. You know, one, all they should really have to do is go back to the NYSERPA v. Bruin decision and be like, is there any text, history, or tradition going back to the founding that supports this? No. Okay. Unconstitutional. But even then, they could test it further and obviously the government's going to say, oh, well, you know, bad guy, domestic abuse. But the problem is, again, this is a civil matter. And when you look at it on its face, they need to realize, oh, this is a civil suit. Nobody's charged with anything. And they need to keep it at that and not take any priors or anything that the guy did after into account. It's not about this guy. It's about the civil matter itself.
Travis T says Roberts is the unreliable justice.
Oh, is it Roberts?
So G-Web says, so there is a violent person. The anti-position is take away the one item the antis are focused on, then end of story. As if that will reduce the violence and not simply transfer it to another method. Exactly. I think that's what we're trying to say here. It seems to be the magic pill for all the antis is take away guns and all the other ills of society just magically disappear. It's amazing. Does anybody believe that's actually going to work? I don't. I've seen where they've tried to do it in cities in this country. One in particular, I believe Obi could probably tell us about that has not had the best experience with that.
Washington, D.C.
Well, that's one too. I was thinking of a second choice.
California.
Well, it's not a city, but it's also applicable.
Chicago.
I mean, you're betting 1,000 right now. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. New York. I mean, you keep going. I mean, yeah. Detroit.
Well,
Detroit.
I don't want to really name the country, but there is a certain smaller country that they can't have firearms, but machete is the choice of weapon by everybody. Gangs, all have machetes.
Go ahead, name names. Don't hold back.
Well, I mean, you can look up videos, online, and like these gangs fight each other with machetes, and like all break-ins, people are killed. They're all done with machetes, and like they literally make them themselves. I mean, and they're not illegal. So I mean, if one thing's not available, it just goes to prove that they're just pushed to find something else.
Could be in England where they practically took the butter knives away from them too.
Practically,
yay long. Let's take a look at another article here. We've got a little bit of time, so give us something else to chew on here. We're gonna, speaking about other countries, we're gonna go to Canada, where Canada's assisted violence death rate is 4.45 times the American firearm suicide rate. This is also from Firearms. And let's read the story. Gun control groups excel at lying and deceit. Thanks to their collusion with the media, they're also successful at spreading their lies far and wide. That's how they manage to keep support for gun control alive in the public. One of the biggest lies spread by gun control groups is about gun violence statistics. We have covered it many times here already, but it's worth repeating that gun control groups intentionally include suicides, which constitute between half to two-thirds of gun-related deaths, depending on year, to inflate the headline number for gun violence and gin up fear. It's also worth repeating that suicides are not driven by the possession of a firearm. There are a lot of methods available, and the decision to commit suicide is independent of the method used. South Korea and Japan severely restrict access to guns, and their suicide rates are still far higher than the American suicide rate. It is fundamentally deceptive to use the phrase gun violence when talking about suicide. How would phrases like gravity violence sound if someone jumped to their death off a tall structure? Or rope violence if someone hangs themselves? Or water violence if they drown themselves in a lake? Turnabout is fair play. So, taking a page from gun control activist linguistic games, let's talk about Canada's assisted violence rates. In 2016, Canada legalized euthanasia and assisted suicide, which I call assisted violence, under the legal name of medical assistance in dying. It allows terminally ill adults to control their deaths. Physicians can administer a cocktail of drugs similar to what's used in the death penalty to end a person's life. A couple of years ago, Canada expanded its assisted violence program to cover persons with disabilities and chronic diseases. Since then, the number of assisted violent deaths in Canada has been growing steadily. The Crime Prevention Research Center, CPRC, reports the assisted suicide rate in Canada is 4.45 times the firearm suicide rate in the United States. While there were about 3,839 suicides per year in Canada in 2020, there were 13,500 assisted suicides in Canada in 2022. With a population of about 38.25 million people, that implies an assisted suicide rate of 35.294 per 100,000 people. The total suicide rate is about 45. The assisted suicide rate in Canada in 2022 is about 4.45 times the firearm suicide rate in the U.S. in 2021, the latest year for both numbers. Even if you take Canada's assisted suicide rate in 2021, when the program is ramping up, there were 10,500 assisted suicides for a rate of 27.5 per 100,000 people. That is 3.46 times the U.S. firearm suicide rate. I was able to independently verify the numbers using the provided sources. Out of curiosity, I looked at the total firearms mortality rate for 2021, including homicides and suicides, but excluding justifiable homicides, and found that it was 14.13 per 100,000 people. Using that as the denominator instead of just the suicide rate, we get, boy, that's a lot of math there. 27.5 divided by 14.13 equals 1.95. What that means is that the Canadian assisted violence rate is almost double that of the total American firearms mortality rate. As a CPRC article notes, numbers have been ramping up. The number of Canadian assisted violence deaths jumped up from 10,500 to 13,500 from 2021 to 2022. Canada's relaxation of who qualifies for their assisted violence program will only drive the multiplier up in the future, especially as the American homicide rates are coming down even as gun sales are through the roof. Now, just to be perfectly clear, I'm not making light of suicide. I have lost family members to suicide, and I really wish I had been able to intervene before they took their lives. It just angers me that gun control activists exploit suicides to push their agenda. The suicides in my family were done using rope. Those deaths were every bit as tragic as suicide committed by a firearm. But for gun controllers, they're not disarmament fuel and can't be exploited. It's the same thing with Canada's medically assisted suicides. They're somehow cleaner and nicer because they involve syringes instead of a gun. Gun controllers will not change their ways. They will keep praising Canada. They will keep lying and inflating the numbers. But this is a broader picture that every Second Amendment supporter should be aware of. Okay, a lot to digest there, guys. What do you think of that article? I heard somebody start to say something.
So I just want to be clear. They're saying that the assisted suicide number is 4.5 times that of suicide by firearm in the U.S. And it's not just per 100,000 people, like by population density, but just by number alone, correct?
I believe that's correct.
Like, that is just a staggering number. Then if you were to actually take and put that by population density, and percentage-wise, that becomes a much more staggering number.
No, I believe it was per 100,000, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be a standardized number.
Okay.
Now, GWeb says no hanging zone signs could end this. Come on, Canada. I agree.
Yeah,
He also says if ropes were only
hanging,
sold,
though, it's medically assisted suicide.
if ropes were only sold in 3 feet or less lengths, we could end this.
Yeah.
Travis T probably has a comment of the day. Guns don't kill people. Canadian doctors do.
Yeah.
I was going to hang myself once, and I saw the sign said no swingers. I was like, oh, crap. Can't do this now. I don't think it was what I thought it was, though.
I want to say hi to Chicago Mike the Shooter out there in the audience. But, yeah, that's some interesting. I was not aware that Canada had that law. Were you guys aware of that?
I was not.
Just allowed people to elect to have their lives taken, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple friends from Canada, and they said that they think the reason they did that is because since the Canada has like free medical, that they're willing to do that because it's way cheaper.
That's kind of morbid.
Yeah, kind of off them than have.
Why don't you guys just kill yourselves? Save us some money. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what he said.
God.
To say, is Oregon the only state that has assisted suicide right now? Or is it Washington? I know one of those Pacific Northwest states do. I just don't know which one.
How come all these places that are offering assisted suicide are probably some of the most likely places you'd want to do it? I don't know. Travis T says Canada has been encouraging it. It lowers the cost of all social programs. Exactly. GWeb says we should have a legal medical option. Condemning sick and old to what other people want is effed up. We had Dr. Kevorkian a few years ago. Anybody remember Dr. Jack Kevorkian?
I remember.
You remember?
I remember. Yeah, and he was prosecuted for it.
He was.
Now the whole country is saying, hey, it's all right.
He'd just go to Canada now.
Mm-hmm.
Be probably premier or whatever the hell the governor of Canada is called.
Well, I think
Grand Poobah or whatever.
A lot of things are still considered taboo in our country because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole that's going to make people go, oh, but I'm going to say it anyways. There's the religious factor of it where people are, well, that's a sin. And, well, that's fine if you think it is, but you don't get to impose those beliefs on other people. And if that's what other people choose to do. If they're terminally ill or something like that, and that's the way they choose to go out, that's their choice.
Yeah, it's a morality thing.
Yeah, I truly feel that religion plays a strong part in laws like that not getting passed in our country still.
You're probably right there. But definitely some interesting things to consider. G-Web says, if you're old or sick, we should be free to end it. No, but we got to protect everybody from themselves. See, that's what we do in this country. While we have a little bit of a break, I would like to remind everybody that today is Friday, and that means it is Free Patch Friday at GearWebsites.com. Now, Gear Websites is your source for every second matters, gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items. And as I said, every Friday is Free Patch Friday, so buy cool stuff at GearWebsites.com. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to G-Webs and he'll tell us more.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
That's right. So after this show, I don't know. I didn't see that G-Webs had a weekly 2A wrap-up posted for tonight, so I don't know if he's going to schedule one or not. But if he doesn't, then as soon as this show's over, hop on over to Gear Websites and get you some cool stuff. It'd probably be well worth your time. He is building it now. Okay. Well, I'll just have to manually direct people over there. Let's see. Looks like he's got a community post on his page. So if you can see that link out there on the YouTube, click on that and you can vote for who's winning tonight. I don't know what they're winning, but give it a shot. Chris Winsett is out there. Let's say hi to Chris. All right, we have 22 people out there in the chat, and we have some stuff coming up here. So let me find the correct movie. Oh, yeah, it is. This is Aegis Gun Care Week, isn't it? That means we might have a visit from someone on the other side. Could it be?
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
All right.
Yeah, I every time that you play that, I end up singing it most of the night. What a catchy tune!
Jason,
That's what we're after.
All over town.
All right. Well, he may not be on the panel, but
Gonna
he's here
give
in
it to
spirit.
you.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
I didn't even see Snob come in.
Well, he just came in and left. Here's a problem. I don't have any prizes out. So, tell you what, you guys talk among yourselves for about 3 minutes. I'm going to go gather some stuff real quick.
This is
So-
not what I signed up for.
I'm sure Guns and Barbecue can help.
Oh, I'm
guys,
sure.
You guys try to figure out what I should give away. And I'm
Guns and
gonna go
Barbecue,
grab
take it
some-
away.
I
it
feel
away.
like you should give away Gun Snob.
That
We probably just lost half the audience right there.
I've tried.
well, that's just because
Too late. They're already entered. They're already entered. They get them. If they win, they get Gun Snub. No give back.
Oh, if you didn't sign up for this, you can probably get some money back at the door when you leave, buddy.
Shouldn't the AI just like be able to figure out what he should give away?
The AI is gonna choose to give away the gun snub, and frankly, I can't blame it.
Yeah.
Blitz says a box full of IWI zipper pulls.
He's got it. That's a possibility. You may end up with that.
Now, when you win your Gun Snub, while it's being sent in the mail, you should go get a welding helmet, because on bright sunny days, you could end up with welder splash if you don't. That noggin lets off quite the glare.
That's something, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bald guy, and I'm telling you that now.
Same. Yep. Cannot wait for him to listen to this. What am I talking about? He's not going to listen to this.
No, he won't listen to this.
Abigail says a 60 millimeter mortar tube would be a nice giveaway.
That'd be pretty cool.
Larry, got something for you.
Yeah, the only thing about that lever action, Chris, on Snob's wall, it's fake. It's only like a half of a gun.
The little tiny one? Yeah, that's a
Still a nice decoration.
Yeah. You can give that away for sure. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff for you to give away.
We give away Snob's nose, but we don't like to give away partial prizes.
You don't want to pay the shipping on that thing anyway.
It's true.
We can't hear him.
Who can't we hear?
You want me to unmute? Okay.
Yeah.
No, we're having a great time ripping on Snob. If
It's
he listens
probably
to this,
better
he's
if
gonna
I
be
don't
mad.
talk. I just telling you about Aegis Gun Care. They're our sponsor for this giveaway. So check out aegisguncare.com for all of your gun cleaning needs. And remember, Aegis protects. All right. So we're going to start off with this little tiny Gizzard Gary sticker.
That's what she said.
Big as my head. Sticker. And how about the Fowl Territory? Yeah, I don't keep this stuff far from me. It's just right over there. The Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker. How about a sticker from our good friend Chris from the 740? This is his old logo, but I got to get rid of these. So, hey. So let's go to a great big sticker from Iwi, the good folks at Israel Weapon Industries. Or you could just spell it out as IWI. Now, I see Travis T just did his member anniversary for 13 months. Thank you. Excess sights, the fastest sights in any light. And just hint, you may be hearing more about this company in the next few days. Stay tuned. There may be something cool going on. Kind of like something cool that went on a couple months back.
Way to break your NDA.
That's all I said. I'm no worse than Obi last time. So I didn't say what, but you might be able to figure it out. Palmetto State Armory and NRAM 2023 sticker. And then how about Palmetto State Armory and 2023 SHOT Show sticker. Man, PSA is everywhere. And if that wasn't enough, how about we just give them a great big old billboard?
Giving them Snub's forehead?
You could get a couple of these on Snub's forehead, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be that voodoo tactical patch.
I was instructed to say this is a decal from Taurus.
That is a decal.
Sticker or decal. Either one, it's sticky stuff. You can put it on things. Put it on your dog, put it on your winder, whatever you want to.
Put it on your gun snob.
Expressed by Gizzard Gary, the views and opinions of Gizzard Gary only, and do not reflect the views and opinions of anybody else on the panel. Do not stick that on your dog. Cat, yes. Dog, no.
Yeah. You can stick this on your cat too. A big sticker from Glock Safe Action Pistols. Glock Perfection. But
So do you make the Lizard Larry sound?
how about the good folks from Live Free Armory, another friend of the channel? True American manufacturing here. Look for the sign of the red, white, and blue eagle, man. It's cool stuff.
So there's these guys on YouTube that I heard about these guys from. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. How about patches? Anybody like patches out there?
Yeah.
Nah, they're all right.
How about a package? It's going to be in a package, but a patch from Odinworks. Ooh. Here's one I haven't given away in a long time. Guntube.org. And then this must be a theme here because we had Odinworks. Now we have Silencer Co.
Chasing grandmas all over town.
That's the same color as my shirt in the middle there. Cool.
I got some stuff coming from Silencer Co.
Yes, you do.
That'll be released sometime in the next year.
Last but not least, from gearwebsites.com, the stripper clip.
Is it blue?
Stripper clip. It's
pink. Look at that.
Pink. It's pink, man. And then last but not least, I found another one of these in my closet. This is in size large.
Oh, I thought it was
Free
Snub.
Armory t-shirt.
I so need that.
I can't wear a large, so no, that hasn't been worn. I just had it in my closet. So, and the winner is going to get a basic gun cleaning kit from Aegis Gun Care on top of everything you just saw here. Can you believe it?
No, I really can't believe it. That's incredible, Gizzard.
Can you believe this? We have another panelist who likes turtles. Let's welcome another person from North Carolina, our friend in law enforcement, Sergeant C4 Defense.
What is up?
Hey, Sarge. Hey, just in here in time to have us give some stuff away.
I feel like he heard us ripping on Gun Snob, and he's like, "Oh, I got to join this."
Trying to join through my MacBook, and it's not picking up on my AirPods. I may have to jump out and jump back in on my phone. So,
yeah, I heard a little bit of a dropout.
Yeah, let me try this again.
Okay. Jacob says, "Neat items, Gary." Blitz says, "Wow, GunTube has lots of stickers." Abby wants to know, does anyone make a double-barrel 40mm grenade launcher? And 223 wants to know, are there any Lizard Larry stickers? Not yet. We should get some of those made. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, I think it'd be cool. Anyway.
That'd be friggin' awesome.
It would be
get
awesome.
That done.
We should do that. So while we're waiting on Sarge, here's our giveaway tool. We have 24 entries in the giveaway, and conversely, there are 24 people in the YouTube audience. Well, there was. Now there's 23. One of them got mad and left already. So
we told them that they would win a Gun Snob if they won this. So
that's enough to make somebody leave right there. Let's welcome Sarge back in.
Does it sound any
Welcome
better now?
back in, Sarge.
It does. Yes.
I don't know why I chose the AirPods, but it wasn't using the AirPods.
You
So
chose
whatever.
poorly.
No, I chose correctly. It just didn't. It didn't turn
Your
into
Mac-
reality.
Your MacBook had problems?
Well, I've never tried to do a live stream with it.
Snob's never had much luck with AirPods either on StreamYard. I don't know if he just doesn't like them or what. Anyway,
What'd I miss?
well, we talked about a couple news stories, and let's see, and then I showed the stuff I was going to give away, and we're just about ready to draw the name. That's what you've missed. Snob's off at his football game.
The football.
Football. All right, Obi, is it time to hit that button?
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, looky there. Sarge got entered into the giveaway.
Ooh.
Good luck, whoever wins. Oh, my God.
You can't win. He's a panelist.
Yay!
Facebook cheater again.
Dadgummit.
He's a little cowboy.
Congratulations,
Short and stout.
Jonathan Berger.
The worst part is, like, I always want to give it away, and then, like, you go and do something like tonight where you throw in, like, 3 patches I don't have, and I'm like, I've got to have those patches.
Oh,
The worst part is, like, I'm not paying attention to my phone where I'm actually on the chat. I'm actually looking at my computer screen where I've got YouTube pulled up. So when you're like, oh, are you kidding? And then I finally saw it pop up on the YouTube, and I was like, oh, shit, it was me.
Yeah, while you're on your phone on Facebook.
No, I'm not on Facebook. I'm on the StreamYard on my phone.
Well, somehow
I-
you got on Facebook and entered the giveaway.
Yeah, 'cause I'm on my-
definitely...
story.
Because I'm on desktop.
Oh.
Yep.
G-Web said, same here. You had a bunch in there I don't have. Well, you probably have the stripper clips, be my guess. Blitz says Gary should start doing belt buckles.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a big old rooster on a belt buckle. I'd get that in a second.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Gary,
What?
get a big old rooster on a belt buckle and just have it say my cock at the bottom of the rooster. Have them like stand on that. You have any idea how many of those you sell?
5.
Is that 7?
3, 4.
I was trying to at least get the numbers up there a little bit. All right.
Don't encourage him.
Probably sell 10s of them.
G-Web says Gizzard could have little arms made to put on chickens that hold a little sign that says "We love Gizzard." What are you gonna do? Stick them in the side of the chicken, or?
Yeah. You got to have little toothpicks on the one end so they stay in.
Chicago Mike says he hasn't commented on redraw. He commented on the chat. He hasn't told me to redraw, so I presume he's going to take it. Ozzy says it's rigged.
I heard him say redraw.
It is rigged.
Very. I'm just glad that my check went through this time. Let's say there for a couple months, it seemed like it was bouncing. I was like,
I don't know who cashed it because it sure as hell didn't come here.
Snob kept telling me to send it to him.
Don't listen.
He said that you would make sure that you got the money.
Don't listen to Snob. None of the rest of us do.
Oh, God. Now I got to go get a welding helmet.
He's very persistent. He'll just keep telling you the same thing till he wears you down.
Yep.
Pretty much. G-Web says they clip on like sunglasses. You've never seen chicken arms? Can't say as I have.
I want to get those for my chickens.
I can imagine, when you have the fried chicken, you're at mom's house, and it's like, would you hand me an arm? It's like, there's no arm in there. There's wings.
No, you put them on your chickens. It makes your chickens look like they're little T-Rexes.
That would be cool. That would be kind of cool. All right, so I suppose we better get this off here. And let me get this comment off here so we can talk about somebody else. We're going to talk about Live Free Armory. You guys ever hear of Live Free Armory? I think I gave away one of their stickers.
And a shirt.
And a shirt.
I'm pretty jacked about that too.
They are true American manufacturing. Yeah, can you get into a large?
I can. That's why I'm pretty jacked about that too. That's like, hot dang.
Expertly crafted firearms made in the USA. Makers of the Gizzard Gary custom amp pistol. Let them craft something for you. So, if I could find that. Here we go. Live Free Armory. They're not just the manufacturers and experts behind the brands you trust. They have plenty of products of their own to meet your needs, including coming soon, the Live Free Armory Apollo 11. Yes, the Eagle is landing. And they are also the manufacturers behind the Amp and Amp X, and they even made one for me. So check out the good folks at Live Free Armory. But you didn't see that coming, did you?
I know one of us didn't.
That's what my ex used to tell me before she'd beat me.
All right, so we need to get this banner off here, and we need to get this off here because something else is coming up. Something very, very special. Can you guess what it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for you to send your GORN to Gizzard or GORN at gizzardgary.com. It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
Guns, GORN, guns, GORN. That's right. It's time for Show Us Your GORN. So send your GORN to GORN at gizzardgary.com. That's GORN, GORN at gizzardgary.com. Or if it's on Instagram, you can tag us using the account at @GG Fowl Territory. So let's see. I don't think we have a lot of GORN out here. We do have some stuff that was sent a couple weeks ago, so I'll probably need to go back and get that. But this first thing that was sent to us, he said I don't have to show all these pictures, so let's just pick my favorite one. I think, actually, this is my favorite one, the very first one here. This is from Guns and Barbecue. And what he has for us here, he says, this is my Colt Delta Elite. The real special thing about it is the grips are one of a kind. The grips were machined by Daniel, formerly known as Erstwhile. He machined these and engraved DGS on the inside of the grip panel and gave them to G-Webs to use as a fundraiser. G-Webs put them in the Pot of Gold auction in Arizona that is run by Cheryl Todd and her husband, where I won them. What else can you tell us about it? Is it super cool? Looks super cool.
Actually, they feel great. Let's say I want to do a 80% 1911 build. Do something special with them, or do some sort of special build for them. But until I do that, since it's so hard to find factory Pebble Colt Delta Elite factory grips, they're just going to stay on the Delta Elite for now.
I think it looked pretty darn good on there. How about the rest of you?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Those look good.
G-Web says made by Daniel in Texas, who's always on NEA's chats. Okay. I remember that, Daniel. Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty super cool. Well worth showing on GORN. We need more GORN like this. Hint, hint, hint. Let's see what else we got out there. Because I believe we have something here from Chicago, of all places. This comes to us from a guy by the name of Mike. Chicago Mike, the shooter. That one. My first long-range smartphone scope, Burris Veracity PH4-20x50. Look at that Aegis Gun Care mat he's got down there. That's pretty cool, too. Very nice. And then, not to be outdone, we have something from Ozzy here. And I like this one personally. He says, I'm ready for football. I made a new Chiefs holster for my SIG P365. I like it.
Yeah, that is sweet. I really
You like that, Hillbilly? I was going to say.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. I'd rock that. Darn right.
I feel like Ozzy can make a killing if he started making those for the new Savage pistols.
That's a sweet holster. All right, so well, Chicago Mike, he said, going back to his, he says, it has Bluetooth, LOL. I had give up Vortex for a minute. Wow. You gave up your hero Vortex? Must be something serious if that's going on. Let me check. I don't think. Yeah, we may have to. We would have to sort through some of these others that came in because they are, let's just say, supplementary material, which we may or may not include on the show, but will definitely be part of the after chat. Let's go to the Instagrams. See if I can find any Instagrams out there. I'm going to pull up the account GG Fowl Territory on the Instagrams. Go to tagged. And I'm going to try to figure out, let's see, August 14th. Yeah, that was within the last 2 weeks. We haven't done a show in 2 weeks. Now okay, this will be the first one we'll do. So let's go ahead and share the screen now. We're ready to go. All right. So Instagram. Boom. All right. And this is from yours truly. New patch and stickers from Chris from the 740 came in the mail today. These are super nice. So the top one here, that's a patch. I love the design, by the way. Both the stickers and the patch. So thanks to Chris.
That is a pretty sweet patch.
I love it. It's 3 1/4 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall. That is a good sized patch. Bigger than mine.
That's what she
I had to
said.
figure out how to get me one of them.
I think he gave them to channel members. All right.
That's one of my problems. Again, like I always have that idea, like, oh yeah, I need to join people's channels, and then I have that idea, and then I forget to do it.
Yeah. Obnoxious One on August the 16th, Svivi Brigand in antique brass and Damascus blade. Now that's a looker. I do not have that knife. Is that a current design? Is that a new one or is that an older one?
No, that's an older one. I looked and I don't have it anymore. So luckily I looked before I tried to do the video on it.
Every once in a while I'll get mails from them where they're about to discontinue something and I'll look at it. It's like, I didn't even know that was out there. I want that. So yeah, definitely. Nice. A little bit of water feature going on in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Private water feature.
private water feature. And then on August 17th from Obi, he says, enjoy. Boy, we got some enjoyment going on here.
Mm-hmm. It's got a whisper pickle on it.
It does. So how are you achieving the water effects in the back? Is that a timed exposure? Or?
It's actually an app called
Okay.
Slow Shutter. And I think my understanding is it takes a bunch of different pictures and then you can adjust the blur or not, but it achieves basically the same effect as a long exposure.
It almost gives it a mystical looking effect in the background there. I really love that. And the gun ain't bad either.
Yeah, if you were doing that with I've got my camera here too, but yeah, this just makes I can go out there and do it and not have to take the camera out and wait for the camera to equalize with the outdoor temperature. But yeah, that's normally you do that with a long exposure on a camera. So you'd have your tripod, and if it was,
it better be super steady.
Yeah, you got to have it on a tripod. You've got to either set it for a delay from, or have a remote switch to do it.
I found that out when I was trying to take pictures of the moon one time during a lunar eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
Having it on a tripod, just the action of you hitting the shutter itself is enough to vibrate the phone enough. So you have to set it on a time delay in order to get that to work.
And then if you're doing
rebel, you should be rebel and use the long exposure and no tripod.
You can. The results aren't all that great, but you can do it.
Okay, 7 days ago. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Mechanic Rival. That is pretty.
Got lock grips, brass backstrap on there. Yeah, you know it.
I like it. Then 4 days ago, this is going to be super sexy in about 8 months when other stuff is out of jail.
Yep, that one's 14.7 pinned and welded with the Silencer Co. flash hider on it. So when my other stuff gets out of jail, it can just go right on there.
Yep. You have all kinds of toys to play with. All right. And then 3 days ago, I've been playing around with a couple apps on my phone and doing Amazon reviews so you guys get some knife pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friends, is a Benchmade Crooked River.
That it is.
That's the big Crooked River.
Mm-hmm. That's not a mini. That's a pocket sword.
I don't have that one. I probably couldn't hold it. It's probably too heavy for me.
There's a good chance it might be.
I have the mini, and that mini is a pretty decent sized hunk of knife. I like that. All right. And then from 2 days ago, the Ruger SP-101 and some Snake Shot because I've got some slithery bastards out by the pond.
I do. And now that I've actually loaded up a couple revolvers with Snake Shot, I haven't seen them.
Well, yeah, they probably saw the Instagram pictures. Oh,
I got at least 2 different ones out there too.
Defense Dad wants to know, does the Crooked River cost more or less than the Straight River? It's more.
It's more because
it's a longer river.
Well, because it's crooked, it's going to cheat you any way it can.
That's right. G-Web says, when you have the fancy type of private waterfall, you can adjust the speed of the flow like a dimmer switch. So he just turns it to very slow.
Yeah, yep.
Don't give away all his secrets. All right. I love those grips, by the way. Damn, those are sexy. All right. So, speaking of sexy, let's see. New knife, who dis? New drop on the Rubato 3 over at Olight, and it's in the best color.
I think it is. I think they finally reached out to me because they just needed somebody to promote that orange stuff.
It actually is a very good looking knife. How's the action on it?
It's smooth. It's, I don't know if they got it running on bearings or not, but it drops nice and smooth.
Okay, what's the handle material? Is that G10?
No, it's aluminum.
It's aluminum. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's anodized aluminum.
Nice. The blade is 154 cm. Okay. Yeah, I saw those on their site. I didn't want to pay for one, but we'll see. Maybe someday I'll be O-Knife worthy. Who knows?
It was a surprise to me when I opened up the email. We'll just say that.
All right. And from yesterday, boom! I've been sitting on this for a while, but the Raider from Swamp Fox is live. Check the tubes for my video.
I saw
several videos.
I've been sitting on that so long that my video says look for a sale on the 4th of July.
So yeah, I saw 3 different videos on this.
Mm.
Actually looks very nice.
It is, and I like having the prism. I'm still at, and I was talking to the guys at the gun store today. There was a guy in there looking for a rifle optic, and they've got the 509. Is that the rifle one or the 510? Asking somebody else in the chat who might know.
Chicago Mike wants to know, can you put a logo on those knives? Well, you could have somebody do it for you privately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think O-Knife will. I happen to know my LGS back in the town I used to live does laser engraving, so pretty sure they could do it. They also do lowers and basically anything else you want engraved.
The 510, the Holosun 510. That and the prism scope, and whether it's the micro prism, whether it's Swamp Fox or Primary Arms has got theirs. I'm sure other people are coming out with them. Those are my top 2 right now.
The Swamp Fox has a better reticle.
That it does. It does have a better reticle.
The Primary Arms
said that would even work even if the battery died, you still have a reticle in there, right? That's pretty nice. Don't even need backup sights. Or was that Sarge who said that in his video? One of you guys
probably both of us.
I was going to say the Primary Arms has the better mounting system with all their different options.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of options to it.
Dominates with the reticle.
Now, Sarge took his off in his video and put it back on. Did you have to re-zero that when you did that, or did it pretty much hold zero?
I just winged it. I literally put it on there, then walked across the creek and shot 100 yards with it, and was hitting. The only thing that was off was me because I was standing freehand. But no,
you were hitting what 50% of your shots, something like that. I think.
Yeah,
that's not bad for that distance.
No, this is, and the reason I go, these are my top 2 is that 510 is just such a massive window on it. So that's nice to have. That's nice having that massive window on it. But having the prism and always having a reticle no matter what happens, that's nice to have too. So
we have Agorizer out in the chat. Also, John Brown Productions. Haven't seen John Brown Productions in ages. Glad to have you both here. Anybody else I missed too? So let's see what else we got. Okay. Now, from 6 hours ago, behold the glory that is the Kiger 9C Pro.
Mm-hmm. Look at it. I got to get out and do my video on that.
I presume you shot it some.
Yeah, put a few rounds through it, but
I like it.
Oh, I do too.
I got to see what magwell Kyle has on his.
SCT just released a bunch of magwells.
Who?
For the people that make the frame.
Who is it?
St. Croix Manufacturing, STC, and SCT, I think it is. That's
Okay.
So for the people out in the chat that don't know, this is a product of Anderson Manufacturing, correct?
mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
That's why it says Anderson Manufacturing in my hashtags.
Yeah, it's got the little pony logo down here. Pretty cool. Should get one. And then from DM Foss, he says, I've got yellow jackets under the house. He's going to go after him with his 1911, huh?
That might be a mistake.
Might be.
I mean, I still want to do it. Let me know how it turns out for him, but I think that might be a mistake.
It might be a great video.
Are you telling me that Yellow Jackets could win 2 World Wars?
Yes, because wasps are dicks. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that if the Nazis had weaponized wasps, we wouldn't have won World War II.
We'd all be speaking German right now. You're right.
Why is he stocking up on cans of tuna? I guess he wants to have tuna in case the SHTF, he wants to have tuna salad. By God.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
That or he's opened up a
Delicious.
Jimmy John's in there, one or the other. All right. All right, so let's see. Check the emails again. I do believe we've had some new ones come in. As a matter of fact, we have. Here's a few from C4 Defense, who ironically has a video on C4 on the C4 Defense channel. All right. So here's the first one.
I can't remember
GORNs
whether I
is
sent
all
that
I
one
said.
in a while ago. The Mossberg 590 Mariner with the Wooks outdoor furniture.
That is a sexy beast.
It is.
It looks better in real life because everything on it is stainless. And now everything on it is polished stainless. I polished the bolt, I polished the carrier, everything.
Oh, wow.
It is fantastic.
That's a sexy beast. Wish I could have gotten one of those.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous now. That just looks ready to go. All right. And there's more than one picture in here. So let's back to the email. Yes, I noticed there's more than one picture, Sarge. I won't forget you. All right.
It's in the subject and in the body of the email.
It is. He knows me.
Did you put your screen name so he didn't use your...
Believe it or not, we've met. One Fox Raider 1X.
Look
Prism.
at it. Look at that reticle.
Oh. So different aim points. Okay. It helps to see that. Yeah. I didn't get that from the video. Okay.
Well, probably because I forgot to cover it.
That does look nice. All right. And let's see. And then picture number 3. I hear more email coming in. That's great. Keep them coming. All right. What have we got here?
You tell me.
You got somebody in the pocket of Big Cosin Arms. That's what you got.
I would say so.
That is their 10 millimeter ported double
Ooh.
stack Coast 21.
That's sexy.
That's a lot of gun.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's sexy.
How many doll hairs would one need to, get one of those?
A bunch.
Probably 3,500
A gun
or somewhere
snob.
in that range.
A
A
gun
lot of
snob
Barbie
doll
dolls.
would not have enough doll hairs on it.
Probably between 3 to 35.
That is pretty.
It is.
How
But
aggressive
on the
were
plus
those grips?
side-
They look pretty.
On the flip side, though, is you can spring another $600 and get the aluminum grip module for it.
The Chile.
Yeah.
Magwell.
And it's optic ready.
Yep.
How aggressive are those grips, Sarge? They look fairly aggressive, but looks can
That
always be
is pretty
deceiving.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I like
nice. It's
cheese
not going
graters.
anywhere.
Is that something
No,
you
it's not
put
gonna
on
hurt you.
there? Or is that the way it come?
That's the way it comes.
Oh, wow.
You get to pick. There's a drop down menu. You pick out, well, not a drop down, but a build sheet. You pick out what grips you want.
Oh,
Or
nice.
what grip texture.
Then you've got a add-on magwell on the bottom there for quick mag
Mhm.
changes. Competition. That's one heck of a rail there. You get 6 slots on that rail. You could get it all the way back where it belongs. All right. Very, very cool. That's the last one on that one. Let's see. And then we have an email from Mark Thomas. And he is sharing this with us. And he didn't say anything about it. So, well, he's,
That's just come through recently. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
remember what it is.
that's a new Rossi.
Okay.
It's
Right.
410 and 45 long Colt.
And single shot, right?
Yeah.
Break action.
Yep.
So side by side or just single barrel?
Just single.
Single shot. Break action. Single shot.
How big is it? It's got to be.
It's decent sized.
It's pistol. So
It looks like it's
Rossi
related to the,
Brawler 45 410. Okay.
looks like it's related to the GSP 10 millimeter.
I like the looks of it. Got a heck of an angle on those grips, but it does allow you some different options. You could hold it out quite a ways in front of you fairly easily. It'd probably give you a
All the
little
way
bit of
out your hand.
recoil. I like
It's probably easier shooting than that Bond Arms with a 410 in it.
it. You can bet that's true.
Just saying the Bond Arms, a box of shells will last you a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another picture that went with that. So
Nice.
There you go. You're carrying that thing around. People know it.
and we've got a new panelist. Mr. Football has joined us. The gun snob is in the house.
How do we know?
Put on your welder shields.
So win or lose?
They lost.
Oh man. Your daughter didn't cheer loud enough or what?
Pretty much. Say something.
Is she not dating one of the football players?
No.
She said no.
No, but Mikey's little boy, 20.
At least she's smart.
Like 10.
He's a second grader.
Yeah, he's a second grader.
She's
dating
dating
a
a second
second
grader?
Second grader that has a crash on her.
Wow.
What was the score? 8 to what? 20?
They're 20.
Oh.
8 to 220?
I just got
Sure.
asked by Dalen if I'm dating someone. I told him.
Okay, so Mark Thomas says that's a 9-inch barrel, 14-inch overall. Okay, it's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
G-Web says appendix carry that. You could. I don't know that I would, but you could.
Do anything
Go to the
once.
bar on Friday nights and try to pick up women.
Right, you don't.
But as someone told me once, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Did you remember your hairpiece? Oh, you don't need to wear those in a bar. That's really low lighting in there. Never mind.
Do the letters FO mean anything to you, barbecue?
Foul odor?
You need a hair.
What'd you say?
You shut up.
I just heard mean anything to you, barbecue.
I said, do the letters
Said-
FO mean anything to you?
F off. Froyo.
Froyo.
I think that's FY.
Yeah,
Well, I
think
thought
it
she was
would
smart snob.
She can't spell
Who
very
is
good.
that?
That's
Sarge?
what she's a
No.
cheerleader.
Sarge giving me crap?
Yeah.
No, that's Guns and Barbecue.
Who is that?
You don't know him.
Is Sarge on there?
Yeah, Sarge is on there. You want to tell him hi?
Sarge is my favorite.
Oh, well, listen to this.
What'd she say?
Wow.
Sarge
Say it
is
again,
her
Aubrey.
favorite.
What do you think about that, the rest of the hens?
And
All
then
right,
the bald
did-
guy.
And
Can
then
we
the
go ahead
bald
and just
guy
make a?
next.
Can we make an audio clip out of that? We need to save it.
Wow. Oh, well. First time for everything.
She has good taste.
She
Not really,
obviously does
clearly.
not.
Okay, so
That's
we
not
do
the
have-
first time that he's heard I'm the favorite.
I have good taste.
Are we
in
sure?
clothes.
I say because she's dating a second grader and can't spell, so
I'm not dating a second grader. I'm gonna tell him next time I see him that he's cute, but he's too young.
It's gonna friend zone him.
Yeah.
that poor fella.
Ask
Well,
her if she
this-
was cheering for the right team.
There you go. This is from X Adam 1, by the way. This
What do we got there?
he doesn't have any description.
Looks
Are you showing me
P320-ish or SP 2022
I can't see
with
it.
the
Look, this is my future boyfriend. Not really. Bro, you ain't even on.
I like it. I wish I knew more about it. X Adam 1, if you're out there, tell us about this.
I think it's a P320 and it might be on an AXG grip module.
Yeah, it
Does
looks like a
very much.
320.
Very much looks like a 320. I'm
Yep.
almost certain.
Definitely a good looking gun there.
320, 321, something like that.
320, 321, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
319. Yeah.
There you
P320 AXG Pro with the Romeo 1 Pro. Okay, there you go.
See, we're nailing in on it.
The Romeo one.
I want that Magwell.
I have the experts on the panel with me.
I got one like it. Mine's the Juliet instead of Romeo.
I'm waiting for the punchline here.
I think that was it.
Oh, okay. That was it.
Oh, look, he's gone. What a shame.
I didn't kick him
Darn
out.
it. I hope he's okay.
Okay. That would have
If there's an
helped.
oncoming car or something, he could have gotten blinded by the headlights bouncing off his forehead.
Here's what you call the other side.
Yeah, see, now that he can see past his giant meat hooks, Jesus. Look at those things. Him and Snob should hang out. They should have like a slap off.
That'd be fun to watch.
They'd probably never mind.
Don't want to finish that one, Sarge?
I have a filter, unlike you, barbecue.
Burn, baby.
No, I'm not even going to say that as a burn. It's like a compliment to me.
Not a compliment. It's just a fact. Spitting facts over here.
You would be amazed at what I filter, though.
Oh my God!
That's
you actually filter
probably the
stuff?
scary thing for you.
There's
It
stuff
is.
you don't say. Wow.
If this is you
Yeah.
filtered,
Yeah, believe it or not, there is stuff that I do hold back. You're like, well, obviously you don't get to know those things, but the things that I do hold back, I do tell myself like, ooh, yeah, good hold. That would not have been a good one to let loose. We'll wait
Just
for an ad
imagine-
chat or something.
We may need to have to implement the 5-minute rule on you too.
imagine barbecue is just like when filtered cigarettes come out and the old timers just tear them off and light up.
Okay, just to prove that I'm a fair sort of guy.
Like carnival fare, or what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, because he's got tiny little carny hands.
He likes
Deaths
he likes the
caused by
fare and the-
Hurricane Hillary to be labeled suicides.
Oh, good.
That's actually pretty good.
Who's H. Clinton?
Somebody got silenced.
Did she just dock somebody?
I think so.
I think she asked who Hillary Clinton was, and then she just boom.
It's kind of
Hey,
what
sorry,
I heard
buddy.
too.
I didn't want my kid to die, so I went ahead and shut it up real
Dad,
quick.
There was a
You're on the internet,
There was
I'm
a-
live on air. Please do not say anything you shouldn't.
Yes,
There
this is
there
prime
was a little
time
girl
viewing
wearing
here.
Let's Go
This
Brady
is
shirt today.
Oh,
And
okay.
It was so cute. Wow. Like her parents have good taste. I
If you're
love some
text-
Let's Go Brady shirt. Can you buy me a new
If you're texting your second grade boyfriend, can he read or you got?
Am I on my phone right now? My phone is off.
Damn.
She's not texting.
See
She
what I
folded
live
a
with?
note and sent it to him.
In case you didn't know she was a teenager.
Yeah,
Who was that? Was that Sarge?
that was
Not my favorite.
obnoxious.
Obnoxious? You were like my third favorite.
So,
Okay, who's-
How am I?
You were my
Also,
second
you're
favorite.
last?
C4
Holy
Defense-
cow!
which
C4
one is this? Is this the
my
one that
third
fell in the
favorite.
Hugo's parking lot?
No, that was Cody. I don't think
Okay.
you ever met this one.
I can't remember. No, I don't think I have.
I'll make her meet you next time you guys are here.
I must rank
She's the
number
mouthy
4
one.
unless her own dad does.
No, I'm absolutely number 4. I can assure you of that.
Where's your dad rank?
Oh, defense is number like
Yep.
what's C4 defense?
Sarge?
That's Sarge.
Yes.
Oh,
Where have you been?
it was gonna be my third favorite. Okay,
So Sarge is our first favorite. C4 Defense is our third.
Gizzard Gary's my third.
Damn.
Is everybody your third?
I beat somebody.
No, it's
Oh,
Sarge.
can you count to
Obnoxious,
3
C4
for
defense-
us?
or, no. 1, 2, 3. Bro, what the?
Snob is your dad. So your dad's number 1?
No,
No, he's definitely number 2.
I'll get screamed at if I tell him I'm not subscribed to him. I don't think I am. Let's
We're
look it up.
supposed to subscribe to him?
Stop.
She's really not.
I don't blame her. I'm not either.
Wow.
I've watched your shorts.
He's
I've
got
watched your
like
shorts, I looked it
50,000
up.
subs. He's not going to miss one or
Yeah.
two of us.
Gary, is there any way you can play REM Everybody
You have a
Hurts
big head.
right now?
Hello,
Snob
I'm
found that out.
Jason, just a regular guy doing gun and gear reviews.
He
How to
paid all of
videos
us
that
to
just sound
subscribe
like
for him.
fun.
Did he not pay you?
Can I tell them about my truck I want?
No, nobody wants to hear about your truck.
She want
I
TRX? You should get it.
My-
Get her that with your Amazon money.
I'd still like to hear her count to 3.
I did count to 3. Who said that, Sergeant?
What, did you say
No,
3?
Guns and Barbecue.
Oh, Guns Barbecue's my
I was gonna say, because you said everybody's your third favorite.
Listen.
You just
no,
met me. I'd hope
it's-
so.
You're not
It's,
even third, barbecue.
It's Sarge, Obnoxious, Gizzard Gary. Then it's who else do I know? Of
Where's Hillbilly fall in there? You got
I don't
him
know
on your
who
list?
Hillbilly is.
You're sitting next to him. You should.
Oh, him?
No.
He's dead last right now because he won't give me my truck.
As long as they didn't stop by Red Lobster on the way home from the game.
There's a guy who pushes sheep through fence.
She'd be sitting in the back.
Unfortunately, there's not a Red Lobster between Chelsea and my house, so
There's nothing.
there's nothing.
Not even
Am I
not
supposed
even
to
a
eat
DG
kaya?
between Chelsea.
Nothing but cows.
There's
no
you never heard of American He-Billy.
Who was that? Was that the guns and
Hillbilly?
barbecue or whatever?
It was
I
not.
don't like him.
Sorry, I don't like you either.
All right,
how old
don't
is
argue
he?
with the kids.
How old is he?
Old enough.
I don't know.
Everybody.
Is he
Too old for you. Don't worry.
Which one's Grandpa Rick's age?
That's Gizzard Gary.
Oh, Gizzard Gary's my friend. I like his rooster.
There you go. Got
Oh,
Glad
this
you
just
said
took
it
a
that way,
weird turn.
Aubrey.
Bruh, you're trying to make me say the C word?
No.
Bruh, because it's a rooster,
Wow.
not a cock-doodle-doo. Without doodle-doo. I'm starving. I haven't ate. I'm gonna die.
G-Web says, I'm surprised there isn't a fancy
what I feel
restaurant at the pedestrian underpass. Wow.
I don't either, bruh. That's not between Chelsea and our house. We would have to go out of. Oh wait, no. It's not where we pull out of the school at. We'd have to drive and just
Like
drive
2
over
blocks
there.
out of the way to go to the pedestrian
Yeah,
underpass.
but there's
Actually,
no
3.
there's no food over there other than Jiffy Mart and
Everywhere's closed in Chelsea.
stupid
Chelsea,
Casey's. I hate Casey's.
yeah, Chelsea closes at like 8 o'clock, and then Casey stays up until like 10.
I hate Casey's.
That's about it.
Casey hates you too. Gosh. Is there anything you do like?
Gorge.
Is that the stupid guy again? You cannot do this. He's fighting with a 15-year-old. And he's probably like 40.
And losing.
This is
I
a
am
fun
not
show.
40. I'm younger than your dad.
Okay, Dad's
not
young.
40
Except,
either.
can I tell him about how you got called up?
Oh my God, this is actually funny, so I'll let her tell you, but it's
Okay.
really pretty embarrassing.
Listen, so I go and get my physical at the doctor's office, and the lady goes, "Where's your mom?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then she goes, "Oh, who brought you? Your grandpa?" And it was Dad. And then to make matters worse, after I said, "No, that's my dad," she goes, "Oh, I have an old dad too." Not very old. He was like
Mind
20.
you, I was 23 when she was. I was 23 when she was born. 23.
That is my favorite story of all
So I was
time.
not having a good day that day. I knew you guys would enjoy it.
Yeah, then he yelled at me in the doctor's
Oh,
office for
yeah.
laughing about it.
'Cause she's going crazy in there laughing.
I say,
Blame
And
her?
I told her I wouldn't tell you. They told me I was 5'4".
It's
with my shoes
okay.
on.
I've got an old dad too. That's funny.
I was
She did
23
it,
when
like,
Whopper
she shouldn't
Jr. was
just-
born.
That was so from the heart when she said that.
Everybody hurts.
The flip.
You gotta have that in like a soundbite.
Oh, you said you could do it.
Oh, I'm going.
You gotta put that on
Oh,
your
you're stupid stuff.
Come on,
Giz-
You're
Gizzard
making
Gary.
me
When you
your
upgrade to a stream deck, you have to put that in there.
Okay. I have to think about that. But as far as the live show goes, I think we're at our 2-hour mark, pretty darn close to it. So let's go ahead and enter into the last phase of the show, which we call "What Did You Learn?" We're gonna.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
It's gonna be fun. Gonna ask each of our panelists, "What did you learn?" And then they get a chance to
I
plug
feel like
whatever
it's
they
all
want to.
gonna crash on me.
What? Pardon me? Oh, we lost him.
Not everything is about you, snob.
All right, so obnoxious one. What did you learn tonight?
I learned that Aubrey's doctor also has an old dad.
It was the nurse, to be fair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks for stepping on my joke, barbecue.
What have you got? What have you got to plug, Obi?
Oh, I don't know. I got stuff and things and stuff.
Oh, you made Snob mad and he left.
It's hotter than Satan's ass crack out there, so I haven't been filming anything. I don't know. We'll get something going.
Well, whatever you do, stay safe. Stay off the streets.
Careful backing up.
Yep.
Hate you so much.
Guns and barbecue. What did you learn tonight?
Sorry, I just got distracted. I thought I heard my chickens. Crap, that just threw me off my game. I learned that Snob's Rugrat is a sassy little fella that, well, not fella in the sense of being a dude, but just in a general sense of using the word. And sounds like she gives him a lot of grief, and I like that.
Well, she should.
Yeah, she's pretty friggin' awesome. Good kid.
So what do you got coming up?
Just been doing a lot of photo editing. Been making a new Instagram page for just putting photos on. So been doing that.
So you can do a lot of things with a photo to make it look different than when it was originally taken, right?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you want to do to it.
So
Wait. How is the blind guy photo editing? Continue.
I'm just wondering if he had a picture of a guy who maybe some people thought was a little bit older than what he really is, could you make him look younger?
I think that might be illegal. Unless like a doctor tells me to do it.
What a
because
nurse.
they have an old dad too.
Or a nurse, yeah.
Oh yeah, or a nurse.
Same thing.
Same difference.
What
Hey,
Nurse practitioner.
Hey! I got a new camera, a new webcam. Does it look pretty clear?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Looks pretty clear.
Hold on, let me make
real,
him bigger.
Look real close, barbecue. Is it pretty clear?
Did it not come with a mic?
Oh look, a bird.
Getting the bird.
Is that better? I'm gonna put my headset on backwards.
Yes, it looks much better.
Yeah, them old dads tend to do things like that.
All right. Well, thank you and thank Ubi, both of you, for being here. Let's go down to the bottom row and Hillbilly up. What did you learn?
Yeah, I learned that the panel's not the only people that give Snob crap all the time. My goodness.
That's probably true. All right, so what do you got coming up? I believe you might have a show. You might even have something else fancy going on your channel.
Yeah. Been putting out videos about every day or so. And see, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy Saturday nights at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. And we got actually a giveaway coming up. I think not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. Garage Guys giving away a shotgun for an entry to help out Lakeview Outdoors. And then I hopefully will have a big giveaway. I'm striving to reach 1,000 subs, getting close. And so as soon as we hit that, we're going to have a big giveaway party. So appreciate you letting me come on, Gary. I have a lot of fun here, guys. Thank you.
Well, you bet. Thanks for being here. And by the way, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to post a channel link for Hillbilly out there in the YouTube chat. If you're not subscribed to Hillbilly, go ahead and help him get to 1,000 subs. There's a link right there for you.
Yeah, thank you. Snob, share that with your daughter since she won't subscribe to you. Maybe she'll subscribe to me.
You could have just asked Snob to subscribe. He's got like 23 accounts he could have done it with.
That's true. All right, so Sarge, what did you learn?
I learned that Aubrey has the best taste by picking me as the favorite.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that it is a scary thought that Guns and Barbecue actually does implore. He actually uses a filter. That's the scary thing. I didn't think he had one at all.
Right.
You could imagine what he'd be like raw. Well, just
Wow.
listen to his show.
Wow, we're not going there. We're not going
The
there.
awkwardness would be just incredible.
It would. All right. What do you have coming up, Sarge?
I just did my video on the Swamp Fox Raider, which really does have the best reticle at all the prisms. And in turn, I'd been putting off doing the video on the Challenger because I wanted to do the video of the Raider on the Challenger. So I did the Challenger video, and I'm editing it, getting it ready to go.
All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for the invite.
You bet. Last but not least, the man of the hour, the gun snob. What did you learn?
I learned that I should have just stayed off of here. Would have been much better, probably.
It wouldn't have been near as much fun.
Yeah, I felt bad. I mean, you obnoxious and Sarge had to put up with hillbilly and barbecue, so I felt kind of sorry for you.
Well, I appreciate it. So what do you got coming up?
Oh man, I've been just killing it. I've been making videos for once. I know all my fans out there are gonna find this hard to believe. I don't think I have any fans, but anyways, everybody is gonna find this hard to believe. I believe I have 5 videos uploaded to YouTube right now. 3 are still private, but they will be out in the next week or 2. Thank you, Aubrey.
Clover says the anticipation of waiting on Snub has given me PTSD. Wow. All right. Well, thank you, Snub, for being here. And so we draw to an end the conclusion of Fowl Territory 230. And I want to thank each and every one of you for watching and or listening if you're on the podcast. Thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for all the comments, all the GORN. Thanks to the panelists for helping me along with this. And a special thanks to my channel members out there on YouTube for their contributions. Everything is appreciated. So we'll be doing this again next week. Fowl Territory 231. Once again, Friday night at 9 p.m. Central. I want everybody to have a safe weekend. Lots of shows coming up this weekend. Check out your favorite YouTubers and let them know you appreciate them being out there. Throw them some thumbs up, likes, comments, shares, and stuff like that. But everybody be safe. And remember that if anyone, and I mean anyone, tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary on behalf of my panel. We're on the screen with you now. They're going to give you their last minute shout outs and then we're going to head out. Here you go, guys.
Have a good weekend.
He's only in 2nd grade.
Hey, Bristol.
See you on the range.
Oh my God, Snob's forehead is so bright.
Forehead jokes are low-hanging fruit.